Okay guys, welcome back to the channel. I want to show you something very special in my life, and that is this baby. The Old Country Brazos. It's called Old Country Barbecue Pit. It is a Brazo. They have several different kinds and brands, but Brazos is the name of this. Old Country Brazos. This is a fantastic smoker, guys. I've been smoking on this thing, I don't know, a year or two now, and I just can't say enough good things about it. Hands down, this thing will compete with competition barbecue. Okay, this thing is built like a solid rock, welded steel. I mean, it's just heavy duty. I did install a tell-through thermometer at grate level right here where the fire smoke comes out. I did add an 18-inch extender on the exhaust. It works marvelous. This is just a stovepipe, like for your wood stove. You just tin snip it, put a band on it. What it does is it causes it to draw more draw, burns a lot better. One thing I can recommend with any smoker is just get you some canola oil, the jugs for like $8 or $9. Get a rag and just wipe these babies down when they're in full smoke, full heat. And what it does is it seasons it just like a cast iron. I mean, look up close. It looks real oily, and so what happens is if it's in the rain, this will not rust. It just will not rust as long as you keep oil in it. So this baby will last your lifetime. For $1,000, you're not going to find anything better. Academy Sports has them. Bucky's gas stations, those big super gas stations, they have them. Get one of these. Now you have your little lid here, you know, drops down. I keep wood underneath. I keep a lot of wood, guys, a lot of wood around. As you can see above, I've got oak, I've got cherry, I've got hickory. Mainly I smoke with hickory, red oak, and cherry. And I keep some of that down here below. So a lot of the times when I'm getting ready to start this smoker up, you're gonna wanna use little pieces like this. And that's really what this is for. Get you some real small ones. Save your kindling like this. I don't even use charcoal no more, never. I'll grab 3 or 4 pieces like this. I used to use charcoal all the time with those charcoal cans. It's a waste of money. You spend $8. If you smoke a lot, I mean, you're gonna be going through a lot of money for no reason. Because you can buy a big, huge box of these fire sticks. It only takes one of these. Or you can just use a torch, but these are handy because I use them on my wood stove too. And I forgot the name of them. What are they called? Cowboy or Tough Boy or something. We'll put the link in the description, guys, but these are amazing. I use them on the wood stove every day. It takes one to light it every time. It's just they're awesome. As you can see, there's a double level here. You need a water pan, jump in that back corner. Now come over here. There used to be a baffle right here, and I took it out. They cause the heat to come up right in the middle, and it burns everything. So I took it out. Now the heat comes up right here. You can tell by the spot. The heat's coming up right here instead of right here. So it comes up, comes over, and goes out, and that's really what you want. Take the baffle out. When I start a fire out here to my smoker, I don't use charcoal, like I said. Take this, take one like this. Let's grab one of these. So we'll put one right here, like this. Let's put one like this. Oh, you can tell I'm stacking my wood. Let's grab one step like this. Get your torch. The dogs know Daddy cooks good food, okay? They know good food is on the way, Jack. Light that fire stick. And really, that's all I do. And then I just walk away because, look, as you can see, it's doing its own thing. Once it gets going, I will shut this lid, but I'll leave that one open so air can start sucking in. This is a piece of hickory. When you're dealing with logs, you're not always gonna have the exact size log you need. when you're smoking barbecue, this is the size of log you're needing. You put too much, it's too hot. You put too little, not enough. And that's why a lot of people don't like stick burners and they go to pellet grills, is because they don't really want to do the labor. And to be honest with you guys, there is nothing better than stick burner. Nothing. When you're smoking barbecue, these come in handy. These are just a little 3-pound hammer and a axe, ESTWING. And they're fantastic, guys. These are a must-have on homestead. That is, pop that in there, but then you want to take this hammer, and you want to, that's it, and then pop it open. I mean, these little handy-dandy axes are a dream. See, hickory, it's tough wood. We're going to use this here in a minute. You see this darker color wood right here? It's like amber color. This is wild cherry. It's going to give the meat that amber color, that red amber color, like a fruit would, like apple would do to it, but cherry does it too. I really like cherry, mixing it with the red oak and hickory. So here's red oak. Now this is red oak that's been seasoning for over a year. Red oak doesn't take as long. Hickory takes at least a year to season like this stuff. If you want to burn good wood that's been seasoned, you burn green wood, the meat won't taste right. I like the caveman thing. You know, I like burning wood and splitting stuff. You know? See, give it a little whack. Right in half. See? Right in half. That fast. It's that simple. Boom. Those are the sizes that we're after. Somebody is waiting on barbecue.
Will not leave me alone.
This is a science, y'all. Okay, now this is kicking up. You're gonna go ahead and close that down. I want to stick this in the back corner so the smoke can go its way. Once this baby hits up to 200, 225, those ribs are going on. I have this handy dandy bandsaw, guys. Okay, I've used this thing for years. See? My battery's freaking dying. So, yeah, my battery's dying. But you get the point. Now let's finish up and cut the rest of these.
After we could
Can you
take
go
a
get a
short
battery?
break and get a battery. Yeah.
This is the perfect size that you want to use for your smoker. All right, guys, so we are getting close up to temp. So let's go on inside and get that meat. Okay, guys, so we are going to put spare ribs, not just any spare ribs, Gloucestershire, old spot spare ribs, raised right here on our farm. We're going to put these on the smoker. My favorite smoker. It's just a fantastic smoker. Love the thing so much. So let's get right into it so we can get outside. Our butcher gives us these end pieces. We eat those too, but you want to get this membrane off. Once you get a butter knife, these come off a whole lot easier than deer. You gotta do it with a hand like that. See that? Pull that membrane off. That's all you gotta do. Once you get this membrane off the back, I always like to take some good binder. You can use olive oil, you can use mustard. And I always start with the bottom side, and then I finish with the top side. So rub it in good. You can do the same thing with baby back ribs, St. Louis style ribs, spare ribs. That's really what these are. Actually, these kind of look more St. Louis style if it was cut right here. The butcher kind of looks like they do that. So all ribs do the same way. Oil, you need a binder, mustard. Get you some kind of rub. This is just a cheap Weber rub I'm using today from Walmart. Pretty good. I actually like it. Just to try. I like trying new things. One secret I can give you when you're doing ribs is you don't want to over season your ribs, because ribs take seasoning very well. It's not like a pork butt or a brisket where you can load on the seasoning. You kind of just need to be gentle as you go. I just like to stay up high, do a little sprinkle tinkle. I also like using real salt, so we'll sprinkle just a little bit of this on there, not a lot. Tinkle, tinkle, tinkle. Get your rub, just kind of pat her in. Let's flip these over and let's get some mustard on the other side. Organic mustard. Now, rub that in. Guys, you need to raise your own pigs. I mean, this is so easy to raise. Raise them right in your backyard, you know? And they will fill your freezer, feed your family, and they're just a joy to be around. Some of them. Some of them. Tinkle, tinkle, tinkle. Sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. Just like icing on a cake. So I got a little bit of, maybe a couple kernels left. Let's give it on there. I like fresh black pepper. There's a few kernels coming out. Let's go outside and get these babies on the smoker. Dum da dum dum dum. Look at these babies. Malik knows, my dog knows, we are up to no good. We are up to no good, Mr. Malik. Sit. Not yet, Malik. It's not dinner time yet. All right. So we got the beautiful spare ribs. Now let's show you how we do these. You don't want them by the heat. I'm gonna put the bigger ones right here. Put the littler ribs right there. We're gonna leave them like that. You know what they say, if you're looking, you ain't cooking. This is half apple cider vinegar, half water. We're gonna spritz these babies every 30 minutes when they start looking dry. When I do ribs, I don't do the 3-2-1 method, guys. I do mine by sight. What do I mean by sight? I look at the bark, I look at the color. If they're looking amber and nice bark on them, they're ready to wrap. Then I'll wrap them and bring them inside. And then I'll let them get up to about 203 wrapped up inside. On spare ribs and baby back ribs, I do about 4 hours on the smoker. And then we'll wrap them up by the color of the bark. If they look good, then wrap them babies up and finish them off in the oven. Here's something also that you're going to need when you have a nice smoker like this one. You're going to need a little shovel because you're a fire pit master now, so you need to use your master tools. When you're doing your coals and the wood, you know you can't stick your fingers in there. So say this is getting out, you know, you need to get in here. I'll just take this, it looks like it's done. You need something to get in there and move it around. It's fine where it's at now, but you get the point. I used to use tongs and they would burn, and your hand would burn. This is perfect. We're gonna get this baby going. So let's shut this up. Now when you got your meat on, you're gonna want to shut this up. I leave it fully open. If it's starting to get too hot, I'll shut it about halfway. We're gonna baby this thing, squirts it, and then we're gonna wrap it, and then we're gonna eat it. So we're gonna be rocking around 225 to 250. That is the range I'm after. About 30 more minutes, look, 30 minutes. So come in here with your spritz. Let's get the spritz in. Oh, only if you can smell that barbecue. There we go, we'll sit her down. We got a hickory, we got an oak, and we got wild cherry on top. Don't that look awesome, guys? Now it's time to shut it down. Let's take a sneak peek, shall we? Oh, now you know why I like my smoker. See that ruby red? That's called candy. We call it candy color. The cherry's gonna make it red and candy like that. We ain't gonna pull this till it's dark. It's gonna be nighttime before we pull it. See how it's got the amber color? It's not done yet, but I want to eat it. All right, guys, let's close it up. These things are no freaking joke. If you could only be here to smell this right here, stick your teeth into those freaking things, okay? That is exactly what you want to see. You want to see bark, caramelization. Yes. Okay. Pow. Now that's a rack of ribs from the Brazos. Go ahead and hit it with a squirts. Get some moisture in there. Kinder's barbecue rub, hickory brown sugar. That's what we're going to use tonight. Just drizzle this over the top. Drizzle your whatever sauce you got. This is what we got. We're gonna wrap this in foil tonight. Now this is going in the oven. Before you bring your ribs inside, you're gonna go ahead and get your oven on 250. We got them all meat side down, foil wrapped. What I like to do is grab this thermometer. You don't have to have one of these. You can just check it every 20 minutes or so. You're gonna be looking for about 203 degrees, 205 degrees. Our oven is preheated. These ribs will be ridiculous when we're done, trust me. Look what we have here. Wow, look at that. Wow! Let's give it a cut. These spare ribs. These ain't no baby back ribs, they're spare ribs. Here we go. Nice spare rib on the Brazos. Mmm! So good. See you guys on the next one. The Brazos is a hit. Now this is why you need yourself a Brazos Country Boy. Mmm.